Good morning. How are you this morning? This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, your behavior change expert. I pray that you are off to an amazing start to help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. Happy Sunday to you. Happy new week to you. I am seeing a glare that is really, I think it's from maybe the light above me, but we're going to work with what we're working with and not going to let that be a distraction to us, I don't believe. But anyway, hey, Sister Sharon, thank you so much for joining um, from Tennessee. Um, so grateful to be here this morning. I pray that you all are off to an amazing start to your day. And you see what the title of this live feed is: Success is in your hands. It is in your hands. Success is literally in your hands. It can be in the palm of your hands, it can be on the tip of your fingers. It's in your hands. Therefore, if it is in your hand, it is in your reach. If it is in your hand, therefore it is in your reach. Good morning to you. When you come on, just say good morning. When you come on, just say good morning. Hit the share button. Invite someone. Get them on here so that we can have a candid conversation this morning. So excited to be here today. So excited for you to be here. Happy Sunday. Happy new week to you. It is a blessing to be here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. And especially in this day of time, is such a blessing. It always have been a blessing, but today, even the more, it is a blessing. So grateful to God for another opportunity to be a part of life, to be on this side of the land. It is such a blessing. Good morning, Belinda. Thank you so much for joining. Um, so grateful for life this morning. And as I was saying, the title of this live feed is Success is in Your Hands. It is in your hands. Literally, you have control over your success or your failure. Good morning, Ali. Thank you so much for joining. You have control over your success or your failure. And you know, a lot of people don't like to think about it like this, but I want to have a transparent, open, candid conversation with you this morning. You know, success, it starts with your thoughts of success. How do you think about success? Do you think it is possible? Because one thing about it that I can rest assure you, you are not going to, you're not going to do a thing that you don't really think you can. Because guess what? You're not going to put in the effort. You're not going to try. You're not going to aim to do it. You're just not going to do anything in that direction. Not to say that the reality of you being able to do it is not possible, because we know that's not true. But the action that you are willing to take to make it happen is just not going to happen, because 99 people can tell us we can do a thing, and one person can tell us we can't and we won't. That one person is ourselves. It doesn't matter how many people we have in the bleachers. We doesn't matter how many people we have on our team, in our cheering squad. It doesn't matter how many people that lift us up and tell us, girl, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. But if the doubt is in your mind, if the fear is in your mind, if you don't have a inkling of movement in you, it doesn't matter what they say. And the reason I know that is a proven fact: how many parents are disappointed with what their kids do and don't do? The parents want them to do. The parents say they're going to do. The parent desire for them to do. But the child go and do what they want to do and what they desire to do. And it's sometimes, in a lot of times, in most cases, in a lot of cases, it is bipolar opposite what the parent thought. You know, the parent put in the teaching, the parent put in the money, the parent sent them off to school, and different things that had happened to set them up for success. But along the way, They had another idea of life for themselves. They had another idea of what they desired to do. So it doesn't matter if it's mama or daddy. It doesn't matter if it's a sister or a brother. It doesn't matter if it's a close friend. It doesn't matter if it's your boo, your bae, your husband, your wife. It doesn't matter if it's your pastor, your bishop. It doesn't matter who it is. They can think as highly of you as they want to. But if you don't do nothing, if you don't think nothing, people can show us our potential. They can highlight our dark spots. They can illuminate the light over us. They can shine us. They can put us on. Because guess what? You would have opportunities to do things that you won't even show up for. They would just keep on believing you, put you on program that you won't attend, and all these different types of things trying to encourage you. But until you make up in your mind, until you make a decision in your heart, until you say that I want something different, that I'm tired of being tired, I'm tired of being stuck, I'm tired of being in this position, and I know that I have more to offer than what I am currently experiencing, nothing is going to happen. They can cheer you on and be they can be sitting on the sideline waiting for you to run out, and you won't even show up. You've been to some of them things that, they didn't gave the big announcement. This person is coming, and everybody looking, and they coming, and you behind the curtain and doing all these different sorts of types of things and saying you scared, you just can't do it, you don't have the nerves, you don't think it's possible, you're not ready, and all these different sorts of types of things. How many of us are still behind the curtains of our dreams? Still behind the curtains of our lives because we are afraid to show up. We are afraid to show up. They have made the announcement. They have already called your name. They have read your bio. They have pumped you up, and you behind the curtain hiding because you say you just cannot do it. You just can't get over your past. You just can't get over what they said and how they treated you. You can't get over the church hurt. You can't get over the boss hurt. You can't get over the best friend hurt. You can't get over the spouse hurt. You can't get over your boo, your babe, your sweetheart, your chocolate drop. You can't get over your sugar daddy, your sugar mama. You can't get over what your kids did and what your baby daddy, baby mama did and said. All these different sorts of types of things that is keeping you stuck. Success is truly in your hands. You have to say, I am getting up, I'm getting out, I'm going through, I'm running out, not behind the curtains. I'm going to come out with sweaty palms. I'm going to come out if I mess up. I'm going to come out if I'm not quite ready. I'm going to do what I got to do. But a lot of us, we are holding our success in somebody else's hand. When we say what they did, somebody else's hand. What they said, somebody else's hand. What they're not allowing us to do. They're not putting. See, you don't even have to be on nobody's platform to do what you want to do. You don't have to be in somebody else's event or doing somebody else's thing. You can set yourself up. But see, a lot of us, we are hiding behind what other people are not letting us do because we have not taken the time to make a plan on what we should do, what we could do, how we gonna let this thing pan out, how we gonna work. See, we're looking for handouts. I know you're saying that you deserve it. I know you're saying that somebody helped them. I know you're saying, come on. Yeah, we got to come out swinging. We got to come out running. We got to come out ready. See, I know we're thinking that we got in this mindset that we don't have the same break that somebody else had. We may not have it. We may not be able to start with the same resources, but can I encourage you to start with what you have? Because you would never get more if you don't know how to do if you don't know how to do what you need to do with what you have. You're not gonna know how to do what you need to do when you get some more. But if you say, I'm going to start with the little bit that I have, I'm going to start where I am with what I got and doing what I can. Baby, do you know that thing will work out in the long run? Do you know that you will grow so fast and so big and so wide that you would have to start thinking of other ways and other means because you've outgrown where you started. But that's called progress along the process. That's called progress along the process. See, we want to come out the gate doing nothing to doing everything. We don't want to take the steps. It is the steps. It's the steps that is going to get us moving, right? It is the steps that is going to take us to the top. We don't have to be able to travel 15 steps at one time to think that we're going to make it to the next level. I can take one step and the next step and the next step and the next step. And you know what? If I do that consistently, I will get there. I may not get there at the pace that you get there. I may not get there in the way that you got there or the way you're going to get there. That's where we got to stop comparing what we doing to what they did and how they did it. You know, you learn from what other people did. You can learn two ways. You can learn and repeat a thing that they did, or you can learn and not do something that they did because it didn't work. It did not work. It is progress along the process. And when we start looking at the progress that we have made along the way, that we're closer than we was when we started. And we don't have as far to go than we did before we started. But we got to get started somewhere. We got to get started somewhere. And it starts, I tell you a lot. I think I told you on yesterday. It starts with you simply making a decision. We have to start by simply making a decision. And if we look at the decisions that we have made in the past, and we look at the distance that those decisions has brought us, what are we going to do different? What are we going to do different? We're in the last quarter of one of the most challenging years probably of any of our history. We have lost a lot of people. We've been through a lot of things. We just finished a big election. We just made history as a woman, as the vice president, as a black. I mean, she made double history. Not only a female, but a black female. I mean, you know, like double history. We got to get out of this rut to thinking that what has been is what's going to be. We made double history, y'all. That should encourage you already to know that success is in your hands. That if you would just go out the thing, because see, we can sit back and say what never been, what's not possible, what is not going to happen, what they're not going to do, all these different sorts of types of things. And it doesn't matter how scary it look. It doesn't matter how impossible it look. What matters the most is you go after what you think. You may fail. We may fail. But we're going after that thing. We are so afraid to step out. And you know, I was a part of a challenge this morning. And one of the things that they highlighted on, we are so afraid of stepping out in the deep because we already have put in our mind. We haven't even tried to go take no swimming lesson. We've been singing for a long time. I can't swim. What you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Good morning, Bishop. Thank you so much for joining all the way from Pakistan. What are you going to do about it? Stop sitting down. I can see, you know, you went and got in the water. You put in the effort. You got the instructor. You got the coach. You got the mentor. You've been a part of the group. You made the investment. You tried the class. You've tried everything that you could, and you just couldn't get it because there's something physically about you that is preventing you from being able to do it. But we saying what we can't do when we haven't even tried. Have you sought out some swimming lessons? Have you put your foot in the water? Huh? Have you put your foot in the water? Stop telling yourself, and I keep moving this thing the wrong way because I'm trying to look at the comments. I need to get directly over here on the comments and move it in the opposite direction. But stop telling yourself what you can't do when you haven't tried. You haven't tried. And then you will make a comparison. You will make a comparison to some investment that you made the last time that didn't work, that you know that you didn't put no effort in. Do you know most of the things that we do, we would get out as much as we put in? You don't put in nothing, you're not going to get out nothing. You cannot get out nothing. Even when you think about the farmer, think about it. The farmer is not going to go out there and grow thistles and expect to get wheat. That's just crazy. You'll be trying to figure out what is wrong with you, man. What is wrong with you, Mr. Farmer? What is wrong with you, business person? What is wrong with you, entrepreneur? What is wrong with you, husband? What is wrong with you, wife, mother, father, sister, brother? What is wrong with you? We're not putting the right stuff in. So how is it that we expect to get the right stuff out? Now, sometimes in our sowing, we may get something out that we didn't expect. We can throw up some goulash and it turned out to be good. Okay, that's good. But do you know anything that you cannot measure? Anything that we cannot measure, we cannot make it better because we don't know what we did. So you put together some goulash, it turned out to be okay. You can't repeat it. It's not duplicatable because you don't even know what you did. You don't know what you used. You don't know what you did. It is time for you to step out. It is time for you to step up. It is time for you to recognize that success is in the palm of your hands. It's not as far as you think. It's not in somebody else. It's in you. Everything that you need, you got it. Everything that you need, you have it. I was thinking this morning. I said, when you think about living things, I was thinking, and I know I'm going from here to there, but just go with me. When you think about living things, nothing's living that requires to be nurtured, to be nourished. It's not going to live when the needs are not being met. Your relationship is not going to live when the needs are not being met. You think you can just get in a relationship with your cute self, with your sexy self, with your fine self, with your whatever self. That is not going to make the relationship live, because I've seen some cute people divorce. I've seen some really sexy, fine folks, they single. And you know why? Because a lot of times we think that we can get in stuff based on our looks. We think that we can get into stuff based on, our money. That don't keep it, because see, money can't buy love. Money cannot, it don't buy sustainability. It may sustain stuff for a while, but they don't last. It just don't last. You have to be willing. You got to be willing to put some time in. If you don't have time, stop getting in the stuff that you don't have time for. Stop getting in the stuff that you think that's just going to survive because it exists. It don't. It does not. Because while you got all the money and you ain't spending no time with a person, they get old. That gets really old. And in this day and time, it get old fast. You don't have to wait 20 years to figure out this ain't for me. You don't. I believe that it don't take nothing. It don't take all day to do nothing. It really don't. It don't take all day to do anything. But you have to put in the time to do something. Success is in your hand. And if you're not successful, and I know, don't get mad, take the lesson and leave the pain. If you're not living the life that you want, you know what? It's nobody else to blame but yourself. I know you're trying to say it's what they didn't teach you in school. I know you're trying to say it's your mama fault, your daddy fault, your pawpaw and your memo and all this and that person. It's your old boss, it's your job, it's your business partner, it's your husband, he's not supportive, it's your wife that she just don't understand, it's your kids, all this and that. All those are excuses. Can I just be real with you? They're excuses, because nobody can control our lives but ourselves. Nobody can control. You have to be upfront and frank with people and say, look, if you want to be a part of my life, this right here is important to me. This is important to me. And see, why is it that we stay stuck in relationship with people that what's important to you is not important to them? I don't understand. We're not on the same page. A lot of times when it's bad things, we'll say this thing. We'll say, how could two walk together if they don't agree? How could two be together when they don't agree? That's what I want to know. Not just, a lot of times when we say, when I've heard the scripture being interpreted or talked about, it's because two people doing two bad things together. Or you figure, well, how are you able to be around this person if you say you don't agree with what they're doing? Okay, fine, dandy, great. But that scripture goes so farther than that. How could you be in relationship with somebody that don't agree? They don't like nothing about you. They don't like the way you wear your hair. They don't like the clothes you wear. They don't like how you act. They don't like the way you laugh. They don't like nothing about you. So why in the whole world, please explain to me, why in the world would we're talking about success being in your hand. And I'm talking about, see, we a lot of times we think success is business. But see, success can be in relationship, your spirituality. Success can be in your health, your peace, your joy, your happiness. Success don't have no limits. We want to put a limit on success to think that it's about money. And if we ain't got no money, we're not successful. And if we got some, we are successful. But if you don't have no joy and peace and happiness and you got a lot of money and you miserable and you ready to kill yourself because you don't value life, you're not successful in my opinion. I don't see that being success. That's a failure. If you think life is not important because you can't buy it, you can't buy your happiness and you can't buy your joy, I don't care how much money you have, it cannot fulfill the void that you have in your heart because you are lonely, even though you got people around you. You can buy some people, you can buy some servants, you can have some people to do what you want, you can buy sex. People buy it every day. I mean, I know some of y'all are so holy. I know some of y'all don't want to be real about it, but people are buying sex every day. You can buy sex. You can buy a smile. You can buy servants. You can buy people to work on that will wait on you hand and feet. But there is still something down on the inside that don't brings about joy, peace, happiness, and fulfillment. So it don't matter how much money you got. How many people that you know that had money is dead and gone because they were not happy. They had the houses, they had the fame, they had the following, they had the fortune, they had the jewelry, they had the clothes, they had the cars, they had the people that was all after them, but they are no longer here because they did not have the fulfillment of life. They didn't realize that success was not out there, but success is in here. It's in your hands. It's in your very being. Nobody can make me successful. I am successful based on my own definition. You can be a stay-at-home mom, broke as a joke, don't have no savings account, don't have nothing in the bank, but you happy and you doing what you got to do, and you can be just as successful as the millionaire that's driving big fancy cars and have servants waiting on them hand and feet, able to do and go where they want to go, and they may not be successful. Money don't make you successful. Now, money can buy some stuff. Don't want you to get, because a lot of times we say money ain't everything. It ain't everything, but we know you can't do nothing without it. Broke folks don't like to talk about money. Broke folks don't think they're supposed to pay for anything, but I heard somebody say people pay attention to what they pay for. We want everybody to give us something for free. And until we get out of that mentality of free, until we're willing to invest in ourselves, the farthest we've ever went is the farthest we would ever go. The farthest that we have ever went will be the farthest that we would ever go until we say, I'm going to break this cycle. I'm going farther than I've been. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put this into myself. I'm going to make this sacrifice. When I joined the Tim 90 with David Neagle that's coming up here in a couple of days. That was an $8,000 investment for 90 days. Yeah, it was an $8,000 investment for 90 days. Somebody said, that's crazy. What? Somebody said, that's not worth it. What? But see, when you recognize value, and when you recognize that the place that you have made it is farther as you're going to go until you decide that you're going to do something different. And it's not to impress you. It is not to none of that. But if you are going to move farther in your life, the same mind that got you to where you are is not going to be the one that's going to take you to the next level. And people that look like me, we are the worst ones. We're the ones that, we've always came up with some remedy to do stuff ourselves and figure that mine is just as good as theirs. That's a bunch of bull. You may make it with what you did, and you may make it with what you have, but there's some stuff that you can be doing differently on a higher level. You good at what you're doing, but you can be great. We got to stop settling for good when great is right there on the other side, and all it requires for us to do is have a little faith and take a little action. Somebody said it early up in these comments that faith without works is dead. Some of us in our early 40s, latter 40s, early 50s, latter 50s, early 60s, mid 60s. Some of us are still stuck talking about, well, it's gonna happen one day, but you ain't doing nothing different. Think about it. Let me ask you a question. Come on, talk to me. I don't know if it's that many of y'all on here. I don't see y'all talking. Y'all quiet. Don't get upset. Don't run. Don't leave. I need you to be interactive with me this morning. Talk to me. What is your desire? What is it that you desire to do that you're not doing? And it is really good to put it out, because see, sometimes I ain't gonna put it out there because we use the excuse that people in your business, this ain't even nothing important. This is something that will give you the encouragement. Somebody may be able to help you go to the next level. We said we moving in secret. We moving in secret because we're not moving. That's why we move in secret. A lot of us, we move in secret. Everything is not social media business. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But if you're not going to be social on social media, why you got your nose itself on here? What are you on here for? What are you expecting to get if it's not to gain and if it's not to give? When we're on social media, it should be about reciprocity, that you give and take, that you will learn something. No, you ain't got to put your personal, you ain't got to put your sex life on here. You ain't got to put who you on in relationship you don't have to put who you in relationship in with on here. You don't have to put who you're into it, who you got to out against, all that stuff. This should be a learning platform. But see, a lot of us, we use it to be nosy. But see, the question that I asked, learning to not move in secret, yes. Because see, some of us, we're moving in secret. We so secret that people don't even know the services and the products that you offer. How is it they gonna get what you got if you a secret mover? Y'all not going to talk to me today. Y'all not going to talk to me today. We tell ourselves all these lies that I'm a private person. You cannot be no private person trying to do public business. Listen. Now, your family life, we don't have to know about that. We don't have to know every move you make. And then for some people, for me, I do lifestyle marketing. For some people, the people that follow me, I got some people that follow me just because, and they move in secret because they don't want nobody that know that they're trying to build their confidence. They're trying to drop 10 pounds and they're trying to learn what these. So sometimes I may post food, but it's my page. I post what I want to post. But that's not taking nothing away from me. For me to, I put some cookie crisp up on there. That's probably one of the top hit posts that I've got. It had over 300 likes on there. People, they was just fascinated. I didn't even put any words. I just took a picture of the bowl and people went crazy about it. But see, sometimes it's the small things that can encourage people. But we said we moving in secret. So secret that we don't even know you exist. We don't know you exist. How is it that somebody gonna get your product or your service? How people will know that you can impact their life, change their life, that you can help them move forward, move their needle, get them out the pit, move them over to the next level if they don't know nothing about you? And what good is it for you to have all that stuff cooped up in you that one day, someday, you got the medicine to somebody else's pain and they done died and you still holding the medicine, talking about what you gonna do, fin to, ought to, should do, wanna do? What good is it? So what's your dream? A lot of us don't put it out there because we're afraid that we're not going to achieve it. My goal is I'm going to talk to millions all over the world. And I know that is already happening. And see, somebody say, oh, she ain't talking to no millions. But I'm talking to you and you talking to somebody and they talking to somebody and they talking to somebody. Do you know that you only need to know 5 people in the world to know anybody in the world? Because you just need to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And you can know anybody. That's all you need. You don't have to be all over the world doing everything at the same time. Listen. So since nobody put in the comments what their dreams is, I'm still going to say what I had to say about it. What did you do yesterday toward that thing? Yesterday was a relaxed day, chill day. You did everything that the boo wanted, the kids wanted, the babe wanted, your chocolate drop wanted. You did everything that your job wanted. You did everything that your business wanted. You did everything except for work toward your goal. You didn't work on it. You were busy. But when would your dreams ever become your reality if you don't never do any work towards it? When will your dream become your reality if you do not put in any time, any money, any effort? So I want you to remember that success is in your hand. Your time is your time. Everybody get the same amount of time. Do you know? Look. This is when the game get unfair. Check it out. This is when the game get unfair. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for dropping this nugget into me. This is when the game get unfair. We all start the day out with the same amount of time, 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds. Good morning, Shanti. Thank you so much for joining. But when you start giving your time to somebody else, they got more time than you do now. Just think about it. They already had 1,440 minutes, and you just gave them 400 of your minutes. That puts them at 1,840. And somebody else giving them some of their minutes, and somebody else giving them some of their minutes, and somebody else giving them some of their minutes. That sounds like the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poor, because we're sharing our time with somebody that got the same time that we have, because we think what they need is more important than what we want. I know. Instead of us telling them, no, I can't do that right now. I'm working on something. See, we got to have the mentality of Nehemiah that, I'm building on something. I'm building this wall. I don't have time to come down here to see what you're talking about. I don't have time to come and do this and do that and do this and do that, especially if what you want me to do is not taking me closer to where I'm trying to go. You got people that is pulling you in the opposite direction of where you're trying to go. You weren't even going that way. You know how you have people, they say, I need a ride. I need a ride. Okay, where you going? Oh, well, I'm trying to go this way. That ain't the way I'm going. So, I'm not going to, first of all, in this day and time, I'm not picking up nobody anyway. It's too dangerous. But I wouldn't pick up nobody and go in the opposite direction than I was going. That's going to take me, because see, you may have had an appointment. You may have had a designated time. May have had to be somewhere at a certain time. Why would you go in the bipolar opposite direction of where you was going? You going to help somebody to get to going nowhere, and you was trying to get somewhere, and then you feeling a certain kind of way because now things are not working out. That's what a lot of us do with our life. We go in a direction. We let people pull from us, and sometimes it's family members. Sometimes it's a jealous, hating husband or wife. You shouldn't have to be in competition in the relationship. Why am I in a relationship that I got to compete with you because you feel like, because see, what I get is what we get. And it should be the same. But see, a lot of times we get in these relationships with the perception that we have to have an escape plan. And especially women. I know y'all gonna get upset. But see, especially women, we have this mentality of what's mine is mine and what's his is ours. I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. We say what's mine is mine and what's his is ours. So do you have an I mentality, a we mentality, a us mentality? What is it that you're working toward? There's nothing wrong with having a my account, his account, and a us account, but we need to be putting something in together that's equivalent, that we can succeed together, that where it doesn't seem like we're on an opposite mission. We can't be in a relationship together, but we got a different mission. We got a different vision. That's why it is so hard for couples to be able to grow together, and people that look like me, we're the worst ones. Even when it comes to getting up and going to the next level, you have other people, they will stay together so they can build and grow and save and be able to pay things out. But we speak of, I gotta have my space and my privacy, and I gotta do this and do that, and we don't even have nothing to do it with. We talking a language that we don't even understand. Look, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm getting ready to do some more reading. I've been this weekend. I on purpose. I said, you know what? I'm not doing nothing. Yesterday I was on training for 4.5 hours. After that, I read before training. I read after training. I was on training for 4.5 hours straight, with the exception of 8 minutes in between. But the reason I was able to sit on training for 4.5 hours, one, because I set my mind to do it. Two, if we don't get out of our comfort zone, we so busy around doing nothing. You know, an opportunity come before us and I'm busy. I can't afford it. I got so much going on. You got a lot going on, but you struggling. When are you going to get out of off the struggle bus? When are you going to stop going around the struggle circle to say that I got to do something different? It is time for me to do something different. It is time for me. And see, a lot of times we'll be a part of something. We'll get a part of something, and we'll half do it, and we'll figure this ain't working for me. You ain't gonna get nothing out of it because you ain't put nothing in it. You don't even have your heart in it. You don't have your mind in it. You don't have the time in it. When we don't put the time in it, we're not gonna get anything out of it. Hey Willie, thank you so much for joining. Is your number the same? Told you last time I saw you, we need to connect. Let's talk today. We can talk right after this live. We will not move forward staying still, doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and thinking we're going to get a different result. We're going to see something different. Something is just going to happen. It's time. It's time for us to recognize that success is in the palm of our hands. We got it. We already got it. The only reason we're not moving forward is because of the way we think about our success. We'll talk ourselves out of it. A lot of us are, we are victims of self-sabotage. Nobody else is stopping you. You stopping you. You letting your past stop you. You letting that past hurt stop you. You letting a thing that you can't even go back and get if you wanted to. You can't change nothing about your yesterday. The only time that we ever have is now. Right now. Success is in your hand. And we'll tell ourselves, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start. And I'm going to get my mind right. I'm going to get back on track. My question to you is when? When are you going to get back on track? It's always going to be next month. It's going to be next year. It's going to be next time. People say, when are you going to do it again? Don't worry about when I'm going to do it again. We're going to do this thing now. Do it now. You should be running down on doors that you're trying to get in. You should be the reason that they start something because you want it so bad. Don't worry, I'm not gonna wait till you start it. You know, you started going with. Let me know when you do it again. No, it's gonna be because of me that you're gonna do it because I'm gonna be so persistent on telling you that what you got, I need it. You say I gotta get this going for this crazy woman. I gotta get this going. Cause see, think about the woman that had the issue of blood. Think about if she would have given up in 11 years. Do you know? Just think about that. You know, she had like, well, I tried, I called them and they didn't answer. One thing I shared yesterday, I was a speaker during our training yesterday. Success is absolutely a choice. One thing I shared on that training, part of a company that I'm a part of, but the lady that reached out to me, she could have just thought, oh, she ain't gonna do nothing, this and that. But it was 14 times that she contacted me, that we went back and forth, 14 different contacts before I came on board. It wasn't because I didn't want to be on board. It was because my schedule didn't map up with her schedule. And every time, but she was persistent. And when she was able to talk to me and I saw the value in what she offered, I told her, you don't even have to tell me no more. How do I start? See, a lot of us, we need all these details. The investment not even that big, and you know you have people, they would make $100 investment and they would talk to you like they'd have made $1 million investment, and they will hold you up and they will stop you and they will question you. They would question your integrity, and don't let it fool around and be free. Oh my God. 14 times. We got together and we were gonna connect. We were gonna connect, and over a month. I think it was over the month. Actually, it was from August to the 9th to September the 9th is when a move actually. But I mean, we was corresponding, but I was constantly responding to her reaching out because I was still interested. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the best decisions of my life. We will sit back and think that if it don't happen now, it must not have been meant for me. But when you have something in your knowing, you better run with it. And a lot of times we'll think, okay, I done made it to the end of the road. Now what's next? What's next is to start again. You got to start again. Don't quit when you have not finished. Don't quit prematurely. I don't care what the timing is on it. You do it again until you finish. A lot of us, we are quitting prematurely. We haven't arrived. I am a learner every day. I think I said this yesterday. Tony Robbins, one of his things, he said, you miss a doggone meal, but don't you miss reading. You know, over here, let me see. Every day, I'm able to grab something to read. Every day, you should have something in your reach. We should be a learner every day. But see, you know, a lot of us, we have this perception. We say, well, I'm out of school. I'm through with that. I'm, you know, that's the worst mistake you can make. And that's the worst comment that you can make, because life is ever changing. There are so many things that are happening in this day and this time that we have to be a sponge for learning. We have to be a sponge for learning. Look, we're getting ready to get out of here. One announcement that I want to make to you before we leave is Empowerate is kicking up January the 7th, 2021. 1/7/21. Secure your spot. If you haven't been a part of Empowerate, you need to be a part. And if you have been a part of Empowerate, you need to be a part of Empowerate. January the 7th will be our first meeting. I'm super excited. Don't wait. I've had one already. Like when we start, you got room? Yes. Lock your spot in. Yes. Lock your spot in. Super excited, because when you talk to me January the 7th, you're gonna be talking to somebody that just made an $8,000 investment in a 90-day program with David Nager. Super excited. Starting in a couple of days. So it's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be fresh stuff. It's gonna be new stuff. It's gonna be different stuff. It's gonna be valuable stuff. Not to say what you were getting wasn't valuable, because I'm always a learner, always bringing it. Not to toot my own horn, but I know lives has been changed and impacted. Differences has been made, and it's time. It is time. We got to stop sitting back thinking that that this is not for me, and I'm just gonna continue to do what I'm doing. I'm gonna leave you with this. You continue to do what you've been doing, you're gonna continue to get what you've been getting. If you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and to get your dreams out of your head into your life. And I'm gonna tell you, baby, the mastermind is coming in 2021. Get prepared for it. Get your credit card, get your savings account, or whatever you need, because it's coming. It's been a long time coming. It's been a thing that I've been wanting to establish for 2 years, and now it's coming. It's gonna be worth it. I'm super excited about it. Super, super, super excited about it, and I am just so grateful. So grateful. And I want to give a shout out to my girl Belinda Rawson. You know, the shirt that I have on. So Belinda, if you're still here, don't know if you're still here. I have a new I have a new thing that I need. I wrote it out a couple weeks ago, but this is one of her shirts. Most of the t-shirts I wear on a daily basis are I get them from Belinda. But if you're still here, Belinda, put your information there. She ships all over the world. She is good. She is timely. She is friendly. Yes, the best O that we know. Thank you so much, Shanti. But I mean, her customer service is just impeccable. And what I and what I just love. I love getting things that I don't expect. When I opened up a package, it was funny because I opened up a package from her that I've been had for a couple of for a while, and I opened it up because I mean I don't have to wear the t-shirt as soon as I get it. I know I got it right, and so I opened up a package yesterday because I was moving some things around, and I had these cute little cards in it, and it just made me smile, just bubbly all on the inside. That right there, just it that level of customer service is just a different level for me, and I really enjoy it. And I appreciate all that she does and all that she have done. So anyway, um, Empowering Aid Inner Circle kicking off January the 7th, and we may have something that's coming up in December. We're working on some things. Super excited about that. I pray that you have an amazing Sunday. Um, yes, at Dreams. She put her information there. Reach out to her. She's amazing, can get some things done. I pray that you have an amazing day. And for me personally, I'm not doing nothing today. I'm not doing absolutely nothing. I am going to get over here on my futon. I'm going to turn me on some music of meditation, and I'm going to finish reading my book. I got 3 books on Friday, and believe it or not, one of them I am almost done with it. I started reading this book on yesterday, and I'm almost done with it. This book is amazing, and so, um, man, I just been Whew, I've been going at it. You're so welcome, Belinda. Thank you so much. I'll be reaching out to you. I left my tablet in the other room, so I'll reach out to you a little later with what I'm needing or what I'm wanting, whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna put me on some music and do nothing. I've had my coffee, although I haven't had breakfast yet, but I'm not even bothered, and I'm just gonna do that. I'm not doing nothing, nothing. So I hope you all have a good day, and later on I may go out to the water because that's where I do my creating, and things like that. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and thank you all so much for joining. And I just get excited when I talk about this type of stuff because I know what could happen if you would just open up. So many of us we are being led by limiting beliefs. We are being led by limiting belief. If we would just take the cap off of our limiting beliefs, our lives would change for the better. It would change for the better. I'm telling you, it will change. God bless you, and I pray that you have an amazing day.